What's up, gang? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Display TV. I am your host, Sarah Pribis, coming to you live from New York City. It's so good to see you, friends. We've had short shows the last couple of days, and I am very happy to report that we are back and normal with our 20-minute time slot, getting you ready for trivia, talking about how to earn on display, showing off some of your original content. And today we'll be talking about some of the stuff that happened over the weekend because we didn't get a chance to yesterday. So I'm super excited to hear what all of you have to say, but also tell me, how are we doing, friends? Let's do some shout outs and see who's in the chat. Whoa, they're turning in so fast. Hi everyone, I can't even keep up. We have Hefe here, we have Jason Cardosa, we have Dachea, we have Crypto Mike 99, we have Laura 0606, Cyprian 123, Nisha Puro Hit is here, Queen Aaliyah Ford is here, Pretty Red, you came on over to join us. I'm so happy to have you. Who else is here? Amy Princess. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. Who else? Fairy Keen, Milky Fruits, Capper 7. All my friends are here. Okay, Mika Tsuit. Okay, great. This is I'm so happy to have all of you here. Yes, as Hugsy said, happy Tuesday, friends. We're here. We're happy to be hanging. We're gonna be talking about how to earn money on display. We're gonna give away your trivia answer. We do recognize there were some technical issues with trivia yesterday, but we're back and better than ever with a brand new stack of $500 for all of you today. So that'll be kicking off in about 30 minutes right here in this stream. All you gotta do is answer 10 questions, and I have 10 questions for you if you're ready for it. Are you ready? Let's actually get a response to that. Friends, are you ready? Are you feeling like you're in fighting shape for trivia today? Do we feel like it's a win? Maybe are we feeling extra smart? Are our our fingers feeling extra nimble? 500 bucks, 10 questions. I'm gonna make it a little bit easier. If you hang with me during this pre-show, I'm going to give away the answer to question 8. So definitely stay here, hang out. Let's talk about the weekend and some current events that have been happening. Let's talk about your posts here on display, and of course, let's talk about how to earn money. I love it. Haas AM says, yeah, boy. AM Steel says, ready. Gary Michael is ready. That's what I like to see. Gary, it's okay. Well, I forgive you for missing yesterday's show. We can't all make it all the time. It's okay. But I'm here, friends. You know, if you ever just want a friendly face, if you ever just want to hang out, you find yourself, you have an extra couple of minutes and you just want to hang, this is the place, right? Every single weekday we do this, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Again, we're talking about how to, this is a live chat, so you tell me what you want to talk about. At any point, I can turn this conversation into something else. So if you have questions about display, if you want to talk about something that's going on, we can chat about it here. I'm checking it out. All right, cool. Well, let's catch up a little bit, right? I'll make it easy for you just in case you're not ready to be typing in the chat. I want to know, how is your week going? Like I said, yesterday was short. We haven't really caught up since the weekend. So I want to make sure I ask you, how is it going so far? We're on Tuesday. Some of you, it's probably already Tuesday night, wherever you are. I'm making that ROI. I need some PTO. IDK. And if you need some help, I'll spell it out for you. Are you making that return of investment? Do you need some paid time off? Or you don't know, you're kind of like, I'm not sure how this week's going. I'm just kind of going with it. I'm not really sure. Friends, I'll say that I always need some paid time off. PTO, give it to me, baby. PTO, I never say no to that. But I would say the others as well. And you guys are right there with me. That is an even split if I've ever seen one. Literally a third to each of these. That's crazy. I love seeing that though. That means these are good options. All of these are good options, right? Never say no to that PTO. Sometimes we don't know where we're at. Sometimes we are pounding the pavement. We are making that ROI. I love to see it. You know how you can make that ROI? If you've been spending time here on this display app and you're tuning into the show every day, I bet you're starting to see some of those returns, right, in your display bank account. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit on sort of how you can make money here on display if you need some extra help, some tips. I'll walk you through all of that. But also, if you've been tuning in every day, you've been playing trivia, you've been hanging with me, I'm sure you're starting to see some pennies. Probably some more than that, maybe some dollars. Yeah, for hanging out here on display. I like to see it. I like to see it. Yes. Hey, everybody. Hello. Sandeep, you're looking for that clue for trivia? You're in the right place, but you got to hang out with me first. I basically incentivize all of you to hang out with me. So we're going to chat for a little bit, and then I will give you the clue. In fact, it's not even a clue. It is a straight up answer. I am giving away the answer to question 8 in just a little bit. You got to hold your horses. First, friends, okay, so we're catching up a little bit. So we got to talk about some things that happened this weekend. And the first things first, I don't know, we've talked a little bit about display TV and what shows we want on the channel here. And a lot of you said comedy. So I bet a lot of you watch Saturday Night Live. Yes, do we watch SNL? Are we fans? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. So is this something that we tune into sort of every week? Is it something that we like miss the old SNL? Do we catch it when we can? Or we're like, nah, not so much for me. Let me know. Are we SNL fans? If you are SNL fans, I see a hugs up. I see a thumbs up from Hugsy. Pretty Red says, I miss the old SNL. That's fair, that's fair. And for anyone that's been tuning in though, or maybe you just, keep up with what's going on in the news, you know that maybe a couple of cast members said goodbye. Some pretty big cast members actually said goodbye this past weekend. So I want to know from all of you, who are you going to miss the most of the SNL cast members who said goodbye on this finale? Like who is it that you're going to be saddest to see leave? Is it going to be Kate McKinnon, Adie Bryant, Pete Davidson, or Kyle Mooney? Of these cast members, who are you saddest to see? Who do you think added maybe the most, or you just thought they had a particular impression or skill set that you're like, darn it, I don't know if I'm going to tune in because that person was everything to me. I'll say, I think Kate McKinnon she's still such a talent. But you know what? A lot of times these talents leave so they can move on to some other projects, focus on family life. I don't know, whatever they're all moving on to, right? It's sometimes bigger and better things. I mean, SNL is pretty much creme de la creme, but let's see. Oh yeah, 52% of you are with me. Yeah, Kate McKinnon, man, she can do no wrong in my book. She did a lot of crazy good impressions. So if you were a fan of all of these talents on SNL, let me know. Was there a favorite impression? Let me know in the comments that one of these actors did that you were like, oh my gosh, she was iconic or he was iconic. Let me know in the chat, but we're saying goodbye to all of them. I mean, listen, it's gonna mean more airtime for some of the new talents, which I'm pretty excited about, right? Bowen Yang, Chloe Fineman, lots of great new talents. Sarah Squirm, right? There's lots of great new talents on SNL, so maybe we'll get to see them shine a little bit more. But yeah, pretty crazy that some of these cast members are gonna be leaving. I mean, they are leaving, it's done. I don't know. It's the end of an era. But again, some of you already said I missed the old SNL. So now it's kind of moving into the newer generation of SNL. All right. So another thing that happened this weekend, I don't know if you tuned into this, was the Kardashian-Barker wedding. And there were definitely some moments and some buzzworthy things happening there. From the outfits to the location to the drama to the food. Did anybody take a look at any of the pictures or the articles about this wedding, or you're like, I could care less about this? Listen, I'll be honest, I'm not one necessarily to care all that much about celebrity news, but I just like seeing some of the crazy antics that some of these celebrities get up to. So if you've been paying attention, if you saw any of this, I'm curious from all of you, what do you think was the most viral moment of the Kardashian-Barker wedding? What thing stood out to you the most? Was it the plates? Was it the outfits, the fits? Or was it the castle? And I'll guide you through some of this in a moment. We've got some pictures just in case you came here because you need to be brushed up on what was happening. But we had multiple outfit changes. We had crazy outfits to begin with. Again, just like, they're stars. They're just like us, but sometimes they're not just like us. And I'm curious to see what you guys think of these things. The plates, wait till I show you the plates in case you haven't seen the size of some of these dishes. might blow your mind a little bit. And then, I mean, the castle for me is pretty iconic, right? If you're gonna do your wedding at a castle, that is like a fairy tale moment. And like, for many people, a wedding is a fairy tale moment. Again, to each their own. Sometimes people want to do a destination wedding. Sometimes you just want to have an intimate affair. You know, you go to City Hall, whatever it is. I always say, whatever makes you happy, it's your wedding or it's your life. You do what you got to do, right? So to each his own, to each their own. But for me, I would say a castle is a pretty iconic moment to have at a wedding. Yeah, this is a pretty even split too. Most viral moment, we've got 31% of you saying the plates, 34% of you saying the fits, and another 34% of you saying the castle. Let's give you a little sneak peek of these things that I'm talking about. Maybe I should have done this before I did the poll, but now we can show you and maybe you can comment in the chat on this. So let's take a look at some of these outfits. Let's take a look. Okay, right, so this is the bride. This is Courtney. So you can see this veil, right? We're really throwing tribute to Catholicism here. And then if you see the front of the dress, it's almost like a lingerie moment. And again, like whatever makes you feel your best. I'm not going to choose someone else's wedding dress for them, but you can see this is your bride's moment. So we had this crazy, extravagant, intricate, lace detailed veil, gorgeous, right? With this sort of mural motif on the back, and then the front, we have this super short, sort of like corset lingerie moment, and that was sort of what our bride Courtney wore. Now, let's take a look at some of the members of the wedding party. We had all black for a lot of them. Lace, we had crowns, right? We had almost like a Godfather moment here, right? Are you getting anybody else saying that this is a little bit of a Godfather moment? Maybe? Yes? What do you think? What is this reminiscent of to you? And then finally, I think the biggest shocker to me, if I had gone to this wedding, I would have wanted to eat my fill, right? And they had a cannoli bar where you could design your own cannolis. They had a pasta station, which sounds incredible, but let's just take a look at these portion sizes. Friends, is this, to you, is this a proper plate of pasta? Because in my book, I'm gonna need a whole plate. I'm gonna need to go back for about 10 of these in order to fill up. This was the size of the pasta plate that they were serving at this wedding. Is that not crazy? That is one bite. I could put that in a spoon, on a fork, and I would be done in one bite, and then I would need to go back for about 10 more. That is crazy. Okay, what else is crazy is that we're about to give you an answer to the trivia question, but not yet. I'm gonna make you wait one more moment because I see how greedy everybody is in the chat. And this is all about how to earn money on display, not necessarily through trivia. So I'm gonna do a quick highlight just for all my people who wanna learn how to earn, if it is about the money, on how to earn some money on display. Real quick, okay? Trivia is coming up in 15 minutes. I'm about to give away that answer, but real fast, let's touch on how to earn money on display, okay? There's 3 ways. 1, you gotta be posting. So, I don't know, put up some pictures from your weekends. We just discussed other people's weekends, celebrity weekends, whatever happened to your weekend or your Monday or your Tuesday, put those pictures up. Once your posts are circulating in other people's timelines or feeds, you'll notice that every 3 posts, there's an ad. The money from that ad goes 50% to display and 50% to the 3 creators whose posts appear above that ad. Next, you've got the support me button, okay? This is a little yellow S. It says support me. It's on the bottom right of another creator's post. If you tap that button, you'll watch an ad. It's about 15 seconds in length. You watch that all the way through. You've just helped that creator get paid by taking the time to tap that button. No money out of your bank. No money out of your wallet. No, it's just the time that it takes to tap that button, watch that ad, you've helped a creator get paid. So make sure you're tapping that support me button on other people's posts. And the third way that you earn money here on display is by inviting your friends. Now you gotta do this by generating your own unique link. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. You're gonna go to your main menu. You're gonna tap invite your friends. You're gonna see that you have a couple of options here. You gotta use this link. So if you wanna text your friends right now that trivia is starting in 15 minutes, use this link. Text them this link, say, hey, hop on display. I'm playing trivia in 15 minutes. I'm shooting my shot at $500, or maybe you want to post it to your social media your social media profiles, right? And you share your QR code and you say, hey, there's another social media app where you get paid to post. called display. So whatever but you got to make sure you use that link so that we can trace it to you so that you get your 10% referral bonus, which means every single person that creates a profile using your unique link, right, that was referred by you, you make 10% off of whatever it is that they end up making here on display just because you brought them here. So remember, I just encourage all of you, there's other ways to earn money here on display that are not about trivia, so we encourage you to get posting, supporting people, inviting your friends so you can earn those dollars. Now, if you are here for the answer, I'm gonna give it away now. But I don't like to reward bad behavior, and you spamming the chat and asking for an answer is truly not the way to get it. But because I do have the people that are tuning in for the right reasons, and I understand your excitement around wanting to win trivia, let's do it, all right? So here's how it's gonna work. I'm going to ask you the very real question 8 from today's trivia game. You're gonna attempt to answer it, and then that's for no points or anything like that. I'm gonna reveal the answer so that you have it for today's game. All right. The moments you've been waiting for. Should I gloss this moment a little bit? Should I milk this moment a little bit longer? Patience is a virtue, friends. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. I think you're ready. Which character's standard costume does not include a necktie? Which character's standard costume does not include a necktie? Is it SpongeBob? Is it Fred Flintstone? Or is it Peter Griffin? Which person isn't normally seen with a necktie, right? Their standard costume. Do you know who this is? Do you watch your cartoons? I love adult cartoons. I love kid cartoons. I love all cartoons. Honestly, we should get some cartoons here on Display TV. I would watch that. I love a good Saturday morning or nighttime cartoon. So let's see if you knew who normally is not dressed to the nines in a necktie. Oh yeah, most of you did know this. SpongeBob, of course he has the little necktie, right? Fred Flintstone, also a tie. Peter Griffin, however, no, a little sloppier than a necktie. So Peter Griffin is your answer. 65% of you did know that. Congratulations. You can give yourselves a pat on the back. But Peter Griffin's your answer. Occasionally he puts on a necktie for special occasions. You can see a dressed up Peter Griffin every once in a while, but his standard uniform, the standard costume that you've got on your animated Peter Griffin does not normally contain a necktie, okay? So how many people got it? Okay, I'm seeing some of you experience an issue, so we'll make sure that we address that prior to going live for trivia today. But it seems like a lot of you were able to answer this question, right? Did anybody, yeah, Mika Tsuit was able to answer. Did anybody else was able to answer or not able to? I want to make sure that we are, we're running that test. Let's see it again. Let's do it one more time. Which character's standard costume does not include a necktie? SpongeBob, Fred Flintstone, Peter Griffin. As you know, your answer is Peter Griffin. I want to make sure that you all have equal access to seeing this and your choices before today's game. We want to make sure everybody's happy, friends. We're here to get you paid. That's what Display is all about. Okay, look, 65% of you got that. That's funny because I just gave you the answer. Who's not paying attention to the teacher? Or are you just trying to do it to mess with the other people? The correct answer is Peter Griffin. That's right. And now you have the correct answer for today's trivia game. All right? How do we feel about that? That's kicking off in 10 minutes, friends. All right, don't forget. $500 is going to be up for grabs, okay? So definitely tune in to shoot your shot at that $500. We'll see you back here in 10. Bye-bye. everybody, and welcome to an all-new round of Display Trivia live from New York City. Friends, I want to tell you at the top of the show, if you've been having any issues with seeing questions on your phone, do yourself a favor and go update your app right now. There's a new update. I want to make sure you all have easy, equal access to these questions and to a win today. So I'll stall for a little bit in my intro and give you all an opportunity to exit the app, reinstall or update the app, right? Get yourself that newest update so you can all have a chance at $500 today. All right, we're back. We're better than ever. And I am your host, Sarah Pribis. And I don't know about you all, but I'm really ready to give away that $500. Anyone else? Yeah, you're not so ready to give it and more ready to get it. Yeah, no, I'd rather be on the receiving end too. Yeah, trust me. The receiving end, that is a primo spot to be in, especially when it comes to massages, iTunes gift cards, football interceptions, all that stuff. Is it really better to give? I mean, the giving tree gave everything, and look how that turned out for her. But today, the only thing you gotta do to be on that receiving end, well, the only 10 things that you gotta do actually, is answer all of the next 10 questions correctly. And once you do that, well, I mean, the pleasure is all yours. So here's how it's gonna work. Like I said, you'll have 10 seconds to answer 10 questions each. Now choose carefully, because once you tap, there's no going back. If you get one wrong though, just keep playing, Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi, that you're holding your phone vertically, and of course, your winnings will appear in your display bank account if you are actively posting and have a completed display profile. Okay, have we all updated our apps? Let's see, let's make sure. I'll check in with all of you real fast. Did everybody get an opportunity to update those apps? Because it's important. I want you all to see those questions today. Give me a thumbs up, give me a yes, give me a what? I just got here, I'm running late. All right, well, if you don't have an update available to you, that means you probably already updated your app, or it's updated for you and you're in a good spot for today. Awesome, Whittle Monkey, thank you, appreciate you. Okay, now I just told you all how much that I love to give, so how about I give you a little help in the form of a practice question? You ready? Okay, for no points, would you rather get good news, get good grades, and get good vibes? I gotta ask all of you too, when someone says good news or bad news first, which one do you choose? Oh, sorry, I distracted you from the practice question by asking you another question. But 46% of you wanna get good news. Well, you know what the good news is? That there is no bad news today. So, let's get it, friends. It's time for Display Trivia. All right, friends, you feeling good? You feeling ready to do this? We updated those apps, we reinstalled them. Let's do it. Here we go. Question 1. In Hollaback Girl, Gwen Stefani spells this fruit: bananas, pelicans, Play-Doh. Which fruit does she spell? I'm not ashamed to admit that the place where I learned how to spell this fruit was in Miss Stefani's classroom. And if you learned to spell it anywhere else, well, that's B-A-N-A-N-A-S. It's bananas. And are y'all making banana bread? Because I see you scoring some dough. 97% of you got that. Question 2. In the classic story, the tortoise races this: the hare, the swan, the toad. Who does the tortoise race? Of course, the tortoise went on to win many other races as well, including the presidential race and the human race. I didn't even know that was possible, but that is the power of perseverance, baby. And we are only on Q2, but this game is looking like it's gonna be a hair raiser. 96% of you knew it was hair, the other kind. Question 3. Which unit is the shortest? Inch, centimeter, foot. Which unit is the shortest? We stan a short king. And by royal decree, I hereby declare that of these units, centimeter is the shortest. Yes, the smallest, as it were. The whittlest in all the land. But with this question, you know, less is more. 67% of you knew it. Where is a foot longer than a centimeter? 26% of you. I am curious. Where in the world? We have the imperial system, we have the metric system, but I don't think in any system the foot is the shortest. It was the centimeter. All right. Question 4. This singer wrote the new Top Gun theme song. Adele, Ed Sheeran, Lady Gaga. The new Top Gun theme song. Hey, I see where you're going with that one, Top Gun. But you know, like, why hire a big name when you could save some money and just use, you know, a royalty-free melody instead? Ooh, I will do you one better. Just play any of the iPhone ringtones. Oh, heck yeah. Those are catchy. But 90% of you taking that OG highway to the danger zone. Shout out Kenny Loggins of OG Top Gun fame. Yes, 90% of you, you got that need for speed, you got it. It's Gaga, you Gaga got it. Question 5. All of the following are the same garment except gaucho, poncho, serape. You're telling me we got another case of one thing going by multiple names? Looks like we got a regular Hannah Montana situation on our hands. Miley Cyrus taught a whole generation of young girls that being one person at home and a completely different one at work was okay. It's giving Gemini energy. But the outerwear garment known as a poncho can also be referred to as serape. Gaucho, although Latin American origin, like the rest of these, refers to an Argentinian cowboy and an eponymous style of pants. Ooh, that was a brutal one. Brutal. Yes, gaucho was the answer. Only 30% of you got it. But if you got through this one, congratulations, because here's question 6. Which actress voices the AI in Her? Angelina Jolie, Jessica Biel, or Scarlett Johansson? Who voices the AI in Her? I hardly know her. Oh, the movie Her, starring Joaquin Phoenix, about the man who falls in love with a robot. Oof, yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear it, bud. You know, I had a whole like will they, won't they thing going on with my air purifier for a while, and let me say, that did not end well. Oh my God, he is texting me right now asking if he can come by to pick up his power adapter. I don't think so. ScarJo played the AI from this Oscar-winning movie, but in reality, the AI is playing all of us. Siri, don't play coy. I heard exactly what you said, okay? And you heard exactly what I said. 88% of you got it. Question 7. The Pythagorean theorem determines the measurement of this: parabola, integral, hypotenuse. The Pythagorean theorem. Back to school. That's right. The Pythagorean theorem only determines the hypotenuse and not more important stuff like, what should we order off Grubhub for dinner? Or, oh God, should I leave a note? I mean, I did just fender bend that parked car. No, it only determines the hypotenuse, which is a fancy way of saying the long side of a right triangle. 93% of you got it right, but I do have to admit that I did not do the right thing, and I did not leave a note. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back after work and give my insurance information. Definitely going to do that. Question 8. Which character's standard costume does not include a necktie? SpongeBob, Fred Flintstone, Peter Griffin. Standard costume, no necktie. Do animated characters ever get tired of wearing the same thing every day? Or maybe it's like a Steve Jobs thing. You know, it cuts down on decision fatigue so that your energy can go to more important stuff, like running so fast that you leave like a little puff of dust behind you. See you guys. I'm just kidding. Don't worry, I'm here for the rest of the game. SpongeBob and Fred Flintstone are always dressed to the nines in their ties, but Peter Griffin only wears his on special occasions. 89% of you got it. Question 9. In Schitt's Creek, who does Alexis say was her first kiss? Jared Leto, Adam Levine, Justin Timberlake. Who was Alexis's first kiss? According to Alexis. First kisses can be so awkward. I wanted to get mine out of the way, so I just kissed the family dog. It was wetter than I expected, but it made every kiss after that pretty manageable. I know what you're thinking. Ew, Sarah. Ew. Alexa Schitt's first kiss, as she mentions in the series, was Jared Leto. 80% of you got it right. But who's ready to kiss this quiz goodbye? Because it's time for the final question. Question 10. Who wrote a novel that references modern-day ASMR? Charlotte Bronte, Virginia Woolf, Sylvia Plath. Who wrote this novel? In case you guys don't know what ASMR is, it stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And it's mostly just attractive women stage whispering and crinkly candy wrappers into really high quality microphones. Some people report a pleasurable tingling sensation that starts in the skull and then moves down the spine, and a passage in Virginia Woolf's 1925 Mrs. Dalloway contains a passage that has been interpreted to describe ASMR. Well, 63% of you got that. Was it enough for a win? Are you feeling good sensations maybe from winning? Or I don't know, maybe from my ASMR? Do I have maybe a future in ASMR? How did we do, friends? 51 winners! I love it. That's a lot of cash. What is that? Let's do the math really fast. That's $10? It's about $10 a person. I love it. Shout yourselves out if you won. Shout yourselves out if you won. So of course that I can shout you out. Yes! AM Steel Tic-Tac-Toe, I won some dough. Is that because of my, I love that. Good job, you. Good job, AM Steel. Who else? Favor 19, 5 out of 10. China Thug got a 9, so close. Hugsy got a 7. Cowpode got a 7. Most Arrow got a 9. Bubble Bass, 9 out of 10 because of Gaucho. It's okay. You know what, friends? Come back tomorrow. Come back to the pre-show. I give away the answer to question 8. Of course, I would love to see you there and hang out with y'all. But if you can't make it, that's okay. I'll see you back here for trivia tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, $500. Bye-bye.